Hello and welcome to this episode of our podcast, the place where history comes alive. Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more insightful episodes. Let's unravel the mysteries of history together. Today, we're journeying back to the early Islamic era, exploring the foundations of the Muslim community and the debates surrounding its origins. This exploration is based on an intriguing PhD thesis, shedding light on the formative years of Islam and its profound historical impact. The thesis begins by addressing a heated debate: did Islam originate in the Hijr region with Prophet Muhammad's revelations, or did it evolve later in Damascus and Baghdad? This question is pivotal in understanding the early Islamic community's formation. Scholars like Patricia Crone and Michael Cook propose the term Hagarenes to describe the early followers, emphasizing an Arab lineage through Hagar and Ishmael. This interpretation suggests a different angle to the traditional narrative. On the other hand, Fred Donner introduces believers, or mu'min, as a term for these early followers, focusing on their monotheistic beliefs rather than ethnic or religious labels. This perspective offers a more inclusive view of the early Islamic community. Donner argues that Muhammad's role was initially more of a guide or teacher, a perspective supported by 7th-century Syriac sources. This contrasts with the later Islamic view of Muhammad as a prophet with supernatural authority. The absence of documentary evidence for Muhammad in the first 70 years of the Islamic era is a notable point in Donner's theory. Official texts from this period frequently refer to the Islamic community as mu'min, not Muslimin. Donner further highlights early Islamic texts, suggesting a community united by belief in one God and the Last Day, transcending specific confessional identities. This interpretation challenges traditional narratives about the formation of the Muslim identity. The thesis then examines the Second Fitna, a period marking a shift towards a more defined Muslim identity. This transition is symbolized by the introduction of a second line to the Shahada around 685 CE. Shifting focus, the thesis discusses the invasion of Egypt, highlighting the diverse composition of Amr's army. This force included Yemenis, Byzantine converts, and even Ethiopian soldiers, reflecting the multicultural nature of early Islamic conquests. The involvement of Ethiopian soldiers in the conquest and their settlement in Fus provides insight into the multi-ethnic composition of these early Islamic armies. The thesis posits that these troops were drawn from the less privileged segments of late antique society, suggesting that the Muslim conquest of Egypt had aspects of a peasant revolt. The narrative then draws parallels between the Islamic conquests and other historical movements, suggesting a complex socio-political fabric involving diverse groups beyond the traditional Arab or Muslim framework. The early victories of these conquests were likely won by a coalition of the disparate and dispossessed, who were neither Arabic speakers nor converts to Islam at the time. This re-examination of the Muslim conquests challenges the traditional view of these events as solely Arab or Muslim endeavors. It suggests a broader, more inclusive historical context. The thesis concludes by comparing the Muslim conquests to the Bedouin movements of later periods, highlighting how historical narratives can be influenced and reshaped by contemporary events. In summary, the thesis offers a nuanced and multifaceted view of the early Islamic conquests, emphasizing the diversity of participants and the socio-political complexities of the period. It challenges us to rethink our understanding of these pivotal moments in history, considering the various ethnic, cultural, and social factors that shaped them. This exploration of the early Islamic era, based on a thought-provoking PhD thesis, invites us to look beyond traditional narratives and appreciate the rich tapestry of history. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. If you found this episode enlightening, please subscribe and follow us on TikTok and Substack for more captivating insights into history. Stay curious, and see you in our next episode.